Just to open the topic, for instance, in the research I conducted with LGBT refugees from Iran and Turkey and in Canada, I was repeatedly reminded that neither being able to cross the borders nor getting refugee or resettlement status is actually guarantee survival or to access to a better life. And particularly those who lack class and gender privileges find themselves in highly precarious conditions in countries where they seek protection. So I mean precarious conditions in terms of access to basic rights such as housing, healthcare, education and employment. Unfortunately, however, everyday hardships, day-to-day survival struggles or violation of human rights we face in geographies, in these geographies are rarely mentioned in this policy making and media coverage of their stories. So, particularly because the Swedish state understands itself as a safe haven for LGBTQ citizens and refugees, I thought we could begin to talk about or thinking together about the notion of safety, a highly loaded and relational term. So I am wondering, for whom and in which aspects Sweden is a safe or unsafe country?
You want to start?
Sweden can be considered safe for a lot of people, but that could apply through the government. That the government may not be discriminating against people, but the society itself sometimes discriminates without realizing it, because being a woman and a queer atheist person means a lot of people would look down on me, that I can't get a job or a housing if it wasn't through official organizations, which means that the safety doesn't really apply as far as one would expect.
Maybe we can focus a little bit, I mean, housing, like really access to basic rights. I mean, how does it work here in Sweden, I wonder, for newly arriving migrants?
Yeah, for me, like, I guess I was lucky, you know. To be able to access this stuff, you need to know a language. You need to have, like, contacts. A lot of people here come with no language, with, and really, like, no one knows, like, this is a new country. You know, you don't know the laws, you don't know the facilities you can access, the rights. So for me, because I have friends here before me, and because I knew people, I was able to access this stuff. But still, if you are like, don't know a language, I'm not saying Swedish, like any language to communicate here with people, like in English. So you are like really limited to what you can get. Like basically everyone ends up in a camps. But for me, because I knew a language, I was able to know there's like something like refugees welcome. They give people like housing. Like for me, I was matched with a Swedish family, and then I was living with this. I was like transferred from the camp to live with a Swedish family. I lived with them for almost like a year and a half. So there's this kind of programs, but the idea is like how to access them, how to reach them, and I guess like Sweden needs to do more work, and the governments need to do a lot of work to let people know, like, there's like rights, there is stuff you can access, and how you're gonna access them.